cannolis, man. I need to get a Zinarooski, dude.
A little Zin to get your brain going, eh?
A little bit of
Welcome back to the Wet Slap.
Cortland Zinnigan.
Playing Minecraft.
It's a Wet Slap Let's Play.
All right, I guess I'll put away the Minecraft. I'm going to actually have to turn that down because it blew my ears out in the headphones. So women are getting punched in New York. Women are walking on the street getting punched in New York. This is factual. There's been like
there's videos of it?
Videos recently happening now as we speak. I've seen like 6 or 7 videos on my TikTok page of women saying they just randomly got punched walking down the street.
You guys, I was literally just walking and a man came up and punched me in the face. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. I can't even talk. Literally, I fell to the ground and now this giant goose egg is forming and I'm like, oh my God, it looks so crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's a real thing.
Talking about women getting punched, though, there was a what? So I guess what defines a woman and a girl? What's the cutoff between making a woman a girl or a girl a woman? What age?
18.
Okay,
18.
so
Yeah.
a woman, she was having it was a period cramp simulator for men. The thing is, she had like a huge like bruise on her face. The whole time I couldn't stop looking at it, and I go into the comments. Someone was thinking the same thing I was thinking, and someone's like, why the fuck did Superman punch that chick in the face?
She had a huge
It
bruise.
was huge. I don't know if it was a birthmark or something, but it looked like just a giant black eye.
She probably lives in New York. I think boys experience cramps throughout like high school basketball. We're pretty even. You know when you don't drink enough water and you're out in practice and then you get a hamstring and quad cramp and calf cramp all at the same time? Death. Women don't have it as bad as men. I love our female
No,
viewers.
you got to make a trailer for the pod, and that's just the beginning clip. Women don't have it as bad as men, and then it just like cut scenes, and then with something we're saying later, yelling at each other.
Well, I kind of want to open this up with like when did you realize like shit, I got motion twin?
Since birth.
Bro, what's going on with so who's that guy?
Sketch.
And Sketch isn't actually special. So there's this guy online named Sketch. He's close with Jinxie, this streamer that's blown up. And he's acting this role where he holds his hand like this, hey? Right? He holds his hand like this all the time.
Well, he's like this, and then he'll like point and stuff like that. It's so funny.
And that's not real.
No.
What's funny is I'm actually special and I play normal. This is me normal.
Is that why you asked for toilet paper to catch your drool in?
What are we?
What are we?
We're landing 45 minutes. We're experiencing some downwinds right now, heading towards Mesa again. Dude, I'm trying to dunk right now. I have 16 weeks to dunk.
What week are we on right now? Week 0?
Week 2. Okay. We're starting week 2.
I don't think you realize you could say you're on week 2 now. 2 weeks down the road, you'd be like, yeah, I'm at week 2.
I could. That's what I've been doing. I've been on week 2 for like.
I was about to
4
say
weeks.
because you talked to me about this whole concept like a month ago.
So for the viewers, hi. By the way, welcome back to the Wet Slap. I'm Brant. That's Kyle. I'm not wearing shorts right now. On the camera, does it look like I'm wearing shorts, or can you not really see much? Anyways, we're making a movie right now. White Men Can't Jump. I have 16 weeks to dunk, and I've never actually dunked before. Do you think I actually will be able to dunk in 16 weeks?
I truly think you're hardest because I mean I've at my peak athletic motion got the height of dunking. The issue was gripping the ball the whole way through and not losing it.
So you never had the right grip.
No. Like I can grip a basketball, but it's like if I move it even slightly, then I just lose grip of it.
You know those people that just have the right grip?
There's some girls out there.
That's not. Yeah, but I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I really just have no idea. Yeah, but I'm going for it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to do it, but I have absolutely zero idea if it'll actually happen.
Well, I was reading up on it after you talked to me about it, because back when because I went through I wanted to dunk for a while back when we were hooping. And we were hooping a lot at like the park. So I was like, man, I want to be the guy at the course that can dunk.
Yeah.
And just dominate and wow everybody. And all I was working on was like calf raises. I was doing a lot of squats, a lot of like base jumps kind of thing. You have to work a lot of shoulders too. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
The program I'm doing for dunking, it involves a lot of, there's a whole upper body day, and it's not like classic lifting for upper body. It's really weird stuff. And a lot of it kind of goes into this motion of
like shifting your weight up and sort of, yeah.
There's a lot of people who can dunk with their arms, but as soon as you take when you jump up and catch a lob, you can use your arms to propel you in the air, catch the ball and dunk it. Mm-hmm. But when you're going up with the ball, you can't use as much arms as you want because you have to control the ball. So that's a big difference. Like catching a lob is so much easier than actually dunking. Mm-hmm. What's the equivalent in real life of getting dunked on? Like in basketball, getting dunked on that is embarrassing. What's the equivalent in real life?
Equivalent of dunking on someone in real life.
I think waving. When somebody's waving at someone behind you and you wave at them, you just got dunked on.
Really?
Or
I'm trying to think something
say you lose your phone, your wallet, or your keys, and you can't find them, and then that person finds it instantly. The person who decides to help you, they're like, it's right here. Dunked on.
Or another equivalent is like you want something. Let's say, you want the new iMac or something like that. And someone's like, yeah, I have it at home. It sucks. I'm about to actually sell it. And you're just like,
Dunked on.
Someone got it before you, told you how bad it was, and it's going to prevent you from buying it.
You're on the double, and you're double dating. And the girl you came with is actually hitting it off with the guy that came with the other girl. Dunked on.
Or here's a good one too.
Okay.
You're getting close to your 8-hour shift mark at work. You're like, man, I'm tired. And someone goes, well, I'm working a double. And you're just like, okay, fucking asshole.
Dunked on.
on.
Yeah. Losing your sense of purpose and not being able to sleep over it. Dunked on.
Your girlfriend being right in an argument.
Dunked on. Chewing your gum, it falling out of your mouth, somebody seeing that it fell out of your mouth on accident. Dunked on.
I could see that. So I'll segue, but it's still on basketball topic.
Not knowing what happens after death.
Okay.
LeBron. Dunked
on. So I was listening to a podcast, and their topic they were talking about was, you take the worst team that was in this year's NCAA March Madness. So Stetson, anybody like that. Who is the worst basketball player you could put on that team and have them win the championship?
I want to say Lance Stevenson.
I said Boban.
Oh, yeah.
You put a 7'7" guy against some college players where their tallest guy is 6'10" maybe?
Ooh. I'll go with Mo Bamba. Because he's going to be hitting threes and dunking on guys constantly. Yeah. What's it like to be 7 foot and black? I'm just curious. Or 7 foot and white.
I'll say 7 foot in general, dude. You got to be in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Nonstop.
Cut that out. Should we cut that out? You're right. I'm curious what's like to be 7 foot and African. That's a different
how tall is your editor?
7 foot and African.
So have him drop a little like text box at the bottom answering your question.
Okay. Yeah. Man spreading is a must when you're 7 foot. Have you ever seen a 7 footer have their legs anywhere near together?
No.
You got to spread them.
Well, it's like, that really awkward, I think he's still in high school, that really awkward, really tall white kid that plays basketball. I saw a picture of him like sitting on the bench, and it was like he was straddling like a horse. Like his knees were like behind the chair almost because he couldn't just sit properly.
Well, there's genetic tall, and then there's disease tall.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
There's Bol, who's genetically tall because his dad was 7'5", 7, whatever it was.
I want to continue sitting like this, but when...
What if I did it? Would it make you feel better?
If you want to, sure.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm surprised your socks aren't half off like they always are.
I'm not walking around.
He always has a sock half off. You know what's an interesting fact about March Madness while this month is going on? It's the second highest in ad revenue spending sport on Earth or event on Earth.
Yeah.
NFL is just slightly above it, and I'm sure that's because of their Super Bowl push right there at the end. But NBA is well behind March Madness ad revenue spending.
Wait, you say NFL is first in the entire world?
First in sports.
I would have thought like FIFA was, like the World Cup.
I wonder if they accounted for that. Maybe it's American leagues.
I say it would have to be American leagues because
Yeah.
you got to think of the ad revenue they do for FIFA, trying to get people from all over the world to show up and watch.
Also, the reason why I'm getting real serious on y'all. A lot of young men who are university age and educated don't watch much TV anymore. And March Madness is the TV that they end up watching once a year. And so a lot of advertisers are specifically going for that audience that March Madness is able to capture that they would never be able to capture before.
Well, even then, I don't even know much people that watch March Madness from home. Dude, are you good?
When I sit like that for too long, we're dunking in 16 weeks, baby. Oh, hold on. It's like refolding out. I saw Snapchat ads saying to use less social media and to use Snapchat instead.
It's like, what is Snapchat then?
Yeah.
Like, what do you subcategorize Snapchat as then? A communication service? No, there's stories and you can see what other people are doing.
And we all know what Snapchat's used for.
The filters?
Yeah.
The dog filters?
Back in the day. Snapchat paved the way, dude. That dog filter and the rainbow puke. Now filters are everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. All social medias have become the same.
Actually, fuck Snapchat. You know who paved the way for that kind of stuff? Skype.
No.
Yeah, dude. I remember video calling my family back like 2009. You could put a filter in, you could turn yourself into like a dog or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, not 2009, maybe like 2010, 2011. But
How'd Skype lose to Zoom? How do you exist doing the same thing? How do you exist doing the same thing and then have Zoom just come in?
I still don't understand where Zoom came from.
As soon as COVID started, they just
But it was out of nowhere. It was quite literally out of nowhere. Like there's Microsoft Teams. There's everything that is like Zoom, but Zoom somehow came out on top. It made no sense to me.
I really want to know. I'm going to watch an in-depth 45-minute YouTube video on this tonight when I can't sleep because I don't know my purpose.
Be honest, it's the Bobby Altoff of video calls. Yeah. Just out of fucking nowhere.
Oh my gosh, she divorced her husband.
No, I don't pay attention.
She got
to
famous and then divorced her husband.
It's gonna happen.
It was going to happen. Is that what you said?
Probably.
That's horrible.
Sadly.
Imagine getting divorced and everybody was like, it was going to happen. And you're like, why?
Poor dude, but
Yeah, I feel bad for that guy.
he could probably do better.
Yeah, they have kids
Child
together.
support probably won't be.
I was say he's probably getting the child support, not paying it, since she's making racks now.
Can you explain to me why I can't become a millionaire doing this? Why don't I just bet on both sides of the bet? I bet $100 that Magic wins or $100 that Magic loses. And either I break even one way on the more favored bet, and then on the less favored bet, I just collect my earnings and then run. Why don't people do that? Why can't I do that? I don't understand. Why don't I just bet over and under and then either pay off my debt or collect the earnings?
How about you just try it?
Why? What happens? IRS?
Just try it. Yeah, the IRS is gonna bust you for betting both sides of the ball.
I'm actually in trouble with the IRS right now. I'm going to be honest because of this podcast.
Well, you didn't write off. You wrote off a couple of things that you weren't supposed to write off.
No, they were all supposed to. I just did it after the deadline.
Mm.
You know, they said they might come.
They might come.
They might. I don't care who they send.
Come.
They might come. No,
The IRS coming.
I mean, what career field's coming the least?
Librarians.
I was going to say nuns. Yeah.
Is that really a career though? Do you make money being a nun?
Yeah, the church, you collect everybody else's money and run away with it.
But that's more of the pastor, more of the I feel like
What do you
that's.
think? Nuns just don't make any money ever?
They don't make money. They just have a living.
I feel like it's like a non-profit.
A nun profit?
No.
I mean, my grandma was a nun.
I thought your grandma...
Yeah, the one that died. Yeah. Yeah, let's bring that back up.
I'm not going to laugh this time. I actually had some nasty comments on that. Of people saying death is not fun. What's funny is on Instagram, There's a clip of us where he starts saying he randomly pulled out that his grandma died, and I started laughing. Rest in peace, Grammy.
My grandma died 12-ish years ago. And why are you laughing? That's so
I love at inappropriate times.
That's okay. You got to cope with it somehow. So my grandpa married someone 10 years older than him, and she died. All right, bro. I can't even talk.
Why would he marry?
I think it was more or less someone that he could relate to and just be with. And so she died. Are you going to laugh when I said she died again? Is the word die just a trigger point to you?
I got something wrong with me. Death is serious. Sorry. But TikTok, everybody was laughing like, bro, I laugh all the time at inappropriate. Like, this is hilarious. And then on Instagram, everybody was like, death is not funny. Do not joke.
It's the post on IG Reels comment. You see on like TikToks of the autistic kids, like, yeah, dude, you got to post this on IG Reels. It's like that. You post it, you get the freaking dickheads.
Yeah. Sorry about laughing about your grandma, dude.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
I'm past it.
But she was a nun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she probably made it. She probably did good. Good for her.
Do you know what her name was? It's a very like prototypical nun name.
Penelope.
That's a nun name?
I don't know. It sounds like she would be a nun.
There's like one name out there that is the prototypical nun name.
Karen. Jess. Lucia. Jaquaa.
Mary.
Oh, Mother Mary.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mother Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if she was a nun, how do you have a grandpa?
She wasn't a nun forever.
You can't pick and choose when you're a nun.
She broke her vows.
Isn't becoming a nun a life commitment?
Is it?
Yeah, you make vows or whatever to yourself.
I guess I don't know.
Since birth.
Since birth.
I think there's a way to shift your perspective on everything. Kind of like that cargo ship crashing into that bridge. Actually, some people died, so that's horrible.
Yeah.
I was going to say
Yeah.
population control is the way you shift that, but
Well, I was going to say the bridge looked pretty sick on the way down, and seeing something like that happen in real life that you see in movies is sick. Dude, but also it's terrifying if I was on that bridge. I hope everybody's all right. But holy, that was sick. That was sick to see.
You know what's awful with everything that's been going like on in the world right now, especially with like conspiracy theories, like with what happened in Russia and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
I kept seeing comments on the video of the boat this morning saying that, like, just stating conspiracy theories that this was a terrorist attack. And it's like, no, like, if you go back and look, their power went out and they were doing a mayday to shore saying, hey, like, shut this bridge down. We're going to crash into it.
Back at it.
Were you in that math class with the kid that had the cargos?
Yeah, the kid holding all the rocks. Yeah, no, I remember Cargo Pants guy.
We had this kid in our class. He would wear these cargo shorts every single day, the same cargo shorts. And then we realized they were the detachable cargo shorts that could turn into pants. But his pockets were always full. And so we were always like, what the hell are in those pockets? And Bailey in the middle of class one day, like the kid starts like saying something out loud. And Bailey just goes, what the hell are in your pockets, man? And we found out he unzipped his pants like midday when it got hot and put them in his cargo pants pockets.
Utility. We need to find a nice balance between aesthetic and utility. Cargo pants that can turn into cargo shorts, utility. Cargo pants, also aesthetic right now. If you can change your pants midday into shorts, especially in the Florida winter when it's cold in the mornings and hot midday, and you can stuff it in then said cargo pants in the pockets, utility.
You would love the Boy Scouts, dude. That's their whole style, is that.
It's the perfect balance between utility and aesthetic, just like my little guy down there. The perfect. Why are you laughing behind the camera?
I think it's crazy you just randomly took your shirt off.
You're shirtless. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, dude,
Cameraman's shirtless.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but all jokes aside, utility and aesthetic. This podcast studio.
Does the job, but not much space. But it does the job.
Are you hating on the podcast studio?
On
No.
camera, it looks big as hell.
Yeah.
Everybody is. It is big as hell.
in 0.5. The podcast studio looks ginormous.
Yeah, like if I go right now,
It does. It looks big in
If
here.
we did a panoramic shot right now, it would look giant. In 0.3.
Studios always do look bigger on camera, though. Not this one though. I like the studio.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it does the job. Like, I really, unless you got a lot of props in here, there would be no need to get a bigger studio.
You see, you keep being like, it does the job, rather than just saying the studio is awesome, dude. Yeah, it's great. And these remarks will not be tolerated. Okay, it does the job. Shaquille O'Neal. He says the only thing that's humbled him in his lifetime was his free throws. He said that's the only way that God could humble me. I'm like, Shaq, you're also bald.
I feel like bald heads are such a power move, though. If you can rock a bald head, it is a power move.
You gotta have a specific head.
Yeah, my head's not. My head is so awkwardly shaped, I couldn't do it.
Same. And also, you can just go get hairline surgery nowadays. Fellas, we have a chance at restoration, you know? Women can literally change their bodies to look like models, and now men can finally not look 35 at 20. We just now made it. We're so close. Hairline surgery, just bring this buckaroonie down a little bit, just right here. You're set.
You know what I told Rachel, though? I was like, because a couple people in my family are balding. And I told her, I was like, once I lose my hair, I'm not doing anything about it.
Why not? Me and you will go together.
There's such a emasculating thing about putting hair back on your head. That's not like natural. I don't know what it's like. I could go right now and get a beard implant if I wanted to. Will I?
Yeah.
No. It's living comfortable with what you are and your traits. And it's like, if I'm going to be bald next 10 years, fuck it. I'll be bald. I'll just wear a hat.
I like a hairline. I don't want to lose.
Oh, trust me. I like my hair. Don't get me wrong. Like, if I could keep my hair forever, I would. But once I go bald, I'm not doing anything to restore it.
I like how you're being so manly in the way of saying, this is me. Boom.
Yeah.
We were playing cards the other night, smoking cigars, listening to classical music. And you guys decided that the classical music wasn't the vibe and made me switch it to classical music.
It wasn't.
I really didn't appreciate that.
It wasn't like Sinatra classical.
That really hurt me.
Nah, I don't care.
Violin orchestra just deleted off the map.
No one wants to listen to violin orchestra while you're playing
and
cards.
Cigars. Orchestra.
Like, if it was
violin.
like, no.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Sinatra is where, if we're playing cards, Sinatra is where I draw the line for classical.
So, live on this podcast, I'm going to state this right here, right now. Jake Paul is going to knock out Mike Tyson. Cold. The only reason it doesn't happen is because they're not going to take it that serious, just like the Roy Jones Jr. fight with Mike Tyson, and they're just going to have fun rather than actually fighting. For everybody who's not understanding, for what I'm saying is, L. Tyson, W. Jake.
I think it's a bigger W for Tyson. I think Tyson's getting the bigger bag out of this.
Yeah, but how could you sell your legacy in your era of boxing? How much does the bag have to be?
It's an exhibition match. Who cares?
But what I'm saying is Mike Tyson's going to get knocked out cold, and he's going to be remembered as the guy who used to be great, who got knocked out cold at 58 years old in an exhibition match.
I don't think that's
legacy.
true, though. Like Anderson Silva, didn't he fight Jake Paul?
Yeah, and he got knocked out.
He's still considered one of the best, jiu-jitsu artists, defensive artists in UFC history.
But how can both these things exist at the same time?
What do you mean? They're exhibition matches. Who cares?
But getting knocked out by Jake Paul and then also being one of the greatest fighters of all time, like who's next? John Jones? Does Jake Paul knock out John Jones and we still say John Jones is the best fighter of all time?
Yeah. John Jones is the most lethal person on planet Earth.
He is. And I don't think this would ever happen, but how could that exist at the same time? Would Jake Paul then become the best fighter ever, even though it's a boxing avenue? But is Jake Paul now the best fighter ever by slaughtering John Jones in a boxing match?
No. You have to look at it from an aspect of, so here's my question, because I don't follow the Jake Paul stuff so seriously. So he fought, what's his name? Tyson Fury's brother. Was that an actual registered fight or was that exhibition?
Registered.
Okay, and he lost to him. And Tommy Fury is considered a horrible boxer.
He lost.
Horrible boxer.
He lost by decision, and there was only one knockdown in the whole fight, and it was Jake knocking down Tommy. And Jake lost that fight in decision for sure. But to me, a close call like that, in my mind, is more of a draw that neither guy was able to get the job done.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless somebody for sure landed more punches by more than 10 or 12. If it's about scored very closely and back and forth, it's like y'all just had fun out there and sparred. Like nobody won. Nobody was able to pit one away.
Well, that's the thing. In boxing, you can have draws.
True.
So it's like, why wasn't there a draw? It's all technicalities, though. It's not about just knockdowns. Just because you have one knockdown doesn't mean you're going to get the most points for the whole fight.
You saw that guy bite the dude in UFC recently?
Recently, no. I saw it a long time ago.
It was during a fight night recently. Like this was like last week, if not 4 or 5 days ago. I don't know either of their names. It was on a fight night. They're struggling UFC fighters trying to make it to the big cards.
Yeah.
The dude was holding the guy from the back, and the guy was kind of controlling his wrists, and the guy's head was right here, and he bit him. And they stopped the fight, and the referee was looking at it, and he actually got the bite mark tatted on his back arm, and it was this huge human bite mark. And Dana White came out and said that guy will never fight in the UFC again. The guy who bit him. No. Fight talk with dudes. Bow, bow, bow.
Testosterone's raging right now, dude.
What if I throw up the one leg?
The one leg?
And stretch out this one and hold it up in the air and then set it down.
Are those the X-Temp socks?
They're Hanes.
Yeah. I freaking love mine, dude.
You have a collection of socks?
I have a lot of socks, dude.
How do you judge a sock? By its face value or the way it makes you feel?
The way it makes me feel. Breathability, durability.
Okay.
And I would say the ease of being washed.
What word would you put to this? Either leaving lint inside your toes or not leaving lint inside your toes. Is there a word for that?
I think that goes into the ability of being cleaned. Because if the lint doesn't leave the sock in the dryer and it goes on the lint screen, then that goes into the ease of it being cleaned, I would assume.
1,000 lint versus 1 hog.
I think 1,000 lint is like equal to 1 blanket or like half a blanket.
1 blanket against 1 hog.
I'll take the blanket.
Every time. See, these are the type of things that politicians should be addressing right now. We should throw some more hypotheticals at presidents just to kind of feel out where their mind's at. Like when they asked Joe Biden his favorite ice cream, and he said vanilla. It's right there in front of you. It's right there in front of you. And then you ask Donald Trump what his favorite ice cream is.
What is it?
I don't know. Probably caramel.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Vanilla.
Is it really?
Yeah, I love vanilla. I like classic vanilla ice cream.
Damn, dude. I'm a Moose Track fella.
Yeah.
Moose Track.
Cheers, man.
I saw an article. They were ranking the ice cream flavors, and Moose Track wasn't even in honorable mention. And I'm like, are you shitting me?
We eat chicken embryos. We take a chicken embryo and we crack it open and eat it. Imagine if humans were just eaten like that. Like a woman would pop out a baby and somehow they would leave it in that sack, the embryonic sack, and they just plop it out in their skillet and burn it alive every
What do you think
day.
politicians do?
Oh, geez.
It's like the episode of South Park where they just snap the little embryo in half and suck out the stem cells and they just become younger. Oh, here. I got a good hypothetical for you. What's the least significant thing that bothers you? Mine was, because the reason I thought about it was I hate it when someone's turn signal is fast. It drives me nuts. I'll be behind someone, you know what I'm talking about? When like their turn signal is about to burn out and it starts going really fast. It annoys the hell out of me.
If your car is like that, don't use it. Just turn. I guess now you're bringing me to more like a traffic feel. Oh, not keeping a nice line. Say you're waiting in line and somebody's in line, but they're kind of like off centered or they're leaving a big space. That shit bothers me, brother. Like, make it known that we're in line, especially if I'm behind you in line. Make it known that like you're in line so people don't count me out. Or
it's like you're in a line and there's two different avenues where people could be standing in line, like at a gas station or something like that. And you have to ask the person, are you in line? Oh, yeah. That, like, I was at Columbia the other day buying some stuff. And it was like right at the register, they had multiple small shelves like this in front of the registers. Now I'm down one and the other guy's down the other. And the register gets open. I like look at him. He like looks at me and starts walking. I'm like, are you in line? He goes, yeah, I've been in line. I'm like, well, there's 5 people behind me. There's only one of you over there. Like, the line isn't over there, buddy.
Ooh, I have another one.
Hit me.
When you go on public trails, for some reason, there's always old men, like middle-aged to older men, carrying weapons, like heavier sticks. And I'm like running on my jog and I pass like 3 or 4 of them every time. And they're just holding like a weapon in their right hand. And they're just walking casually. I'm like, why are you holding a stick? They always have a makeshift stick. I've seen one with a stick with a nail on the end of it, just walking with it. Huh. There's no malintent. I'm not running past murderers, but I've seen it. I'm sure people can relate to this. For some reason, I see old men, it's middle-aged old men walking with sticks.
Well, my dad will do it sometimes when he's walking our dog in case like another dog is like off his leash. So it can just like fend off the other dog if it's trying to attack our dog.
Oh, do these old men have it as a protection?
I would assume so.
So they're on defense. They're not on the offense.
Yeah, no, they're not like trying to like hurt anybody, but it's I would assume it's more for the self-defense factor.
Whenever I run past them, I always just feel it and I like turn on my sonar and I'm waiting till like right when I pass them to catch my peripheral of them turning around to hit me so I can pull one of these numbers,
You know the funny
block
part
it with the forearm and then grab their arm like this. But what are you doing?
Funny part is you pass those guys and you can just be like, yeah, that guy's a fucking liberal. A conservative would have an AR-15.
Hey, I can look at somebody and I know.
Yeah, that guy.
I can look at somebody.
If your choice of self-defense is a stick, you voted for Biden.
Based on your eyes, how symmetrical your eyes are, I know if you like killing babies or not right away.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
I can see it. I can see it. I just know it right away. Or you ever see like the nose structure of like an open border sort of person?
Open border.
I feel like those people that where their nose raises up like this? A little bit, just right at the tip of it.
Like
it's
British
cute.
people?
It's cute, but it comes up just a tad bit. It could be any ethnicity. But
Sounds like mostly Europeans.
I know they're open border people. I know they don't care about legal papers at all. Yeah. Especially people with a freckle. Like right here, right next to the right eye, right here. I just know that they're Republicans deep down and they just can't admit it. You can be honest with me. How'd that make you feel?
Empty.
Is there a moment you could trace back that reminded you of the same feeling?
My grandma died.
Do you have anybody you usually go to when you're feeling like that?
My grandma.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I can't relate, but I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Grandpa in the picture?
Yeah, he's still around.
Okay. God willing.
Still kicking.
Praise God.
Yep.
Good work.
Mm-hmm.
You ever spend time with him?
And now he lives in California.
Are you running out of time?
We're all running out of time.
You want to listen to Pink Floyd and play Minecraft with me?
Oh, dude, speaking of Pink Floyd, so where I got this shirt from at a vinyl store in St. Pete, I bought a Japanese Pink Floyd tour shirt.
The Japanese are rocking with Pink Floyd, eh?
I guess.
Yes, sir.
But it's a Pink Floyd, like when they went on tour in like, I guess, Asia, and all the writings in Japanese, and then big letters is just Pink Floyd.
That has to be a surreal moment being a rock band or an artist in America, and then going on your first international tour and being in front of like an all Indian audience, and everybody in India is like, "We love you."
Well, it's like, Drake Bell. It's like everybody here was like, yeah, he's a fucking, before all of his allegations came out and anything, everyone's like, yeah, he's a weirdo now and everything. But he goes to Mexico and he's freaking huge in Mexico.
Genius.
Yeah, it's like, what? So then he started doing Mexican music and Spanish music.
At what point do you just sell couches? I'll never understand the people who are like famous and then something really bad happens and they try to remain famous, but by doing these weird things. Jason Nash. TikTok Live. Begging people for money. Yeah.
That dude always pissed me. Every time I'd see like anything on socials of him, I'm like, dude, you're like 50.
He's funny though. And I think the combination of him and David back in the day with the vlogs, they were a really funny duo. But yeah, why remain famous? Why not just throw the towel in?
So here's my question, because I never watched David Dobrik, never got into that.
That's insane.
I'm not a YouTube guy. The only time I go on YouTube is like if I need to fix my car or I look up tutorials. But how did that relationship come to be?
He was a struggling stand-up comedian. And
is he really?
I'm sure they had friends of friends. And they probably just linked and David was recording and Jason said some funny things in front of the camera. And they're like, dude, come back to the apartment tomorrow. The thing is that doesn't exist anymore. Nobody on YouTube's doing the friend group vlogs anymore. The only people who are still around everybody has a very specific niche now. It's either golfing, it's either Full Send's kind of kicking it, but they're more podcast every once in a while. But nobody's doing the classic David Dobrik vlogs or the Team 10 Jake Paul vlogs.
Danny Duncan, he's still kicking.
But no, Danny Duncan holds down everybody around him. Danny Duncan makes sure everybody that he hangs out with feeds into only his video. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But he pays them too to be a part of his videos. Where some people would be like, oh, he pays people to be his friends. But in the business that he's in, I'm sure he has real fellowship and friendships with these guys. But you also have to pay them to be able to do fun and crazy stuff in your video and to be able to be around you 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think Keywan just likes getting ducks, like bird food sprinkled on his butt and having ducks eat it off his butt? Like, Keywan definitely gets paid good to be with Danny a lot. Doesn't mean they're not friends. It just means that's he's an employee for Danny.
Oh, you know who I met the other day? Kool and the Gang.
No way.
Yeah.
Old fellow.
He came into our store. He was passing out flyers to vote for him to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
He has to get votes to do that? We should just put him in there.
He passed these out at the store. He dropped a couple off.
I found a way. I found a way.
It was like a scan a QR code for the Rock Hall and vote for him. And it's like, what? I didn't know you had to like get votes.
Good for him, dude. I love how old people are still kicking. Especially in this space. Like just creative space. Old people are still kicking.
Yeah, I like how the norm for older people isn't just sitting on your couch and withering away. They're actually like super active now and involved in pickleball and...
Yeah. Yo, shout out old people. You think that's going to be us one day?
No. We do stem cells. We're not going to get that old. Dude, I see a fly keep landing on you.
It's landing on me?
Yeah. I keep seeing it like land next to your mouth. I thought you were about to eat it there for a second. No joke. Right before you like flinched, I saw it like go right here. And I was like, he's going to go.
You know how
Get
that
it.
makes me feel.
Protein, dude. That's gains.
You
That's
know
free
how it makes me
gains.
Oh, we talked a little bit about this before. There's a show, Milo and Otis. And it's a dog and a cat. It's a pug and this orange cat. And it was filmed in like 1986. And they go on these adventures in this movie. And it popped up on my For You page. And they went through like 12, 15, 20 different cats and pugs that all look identical to the main pug and cat. And there's all these scenes because they murdered all of them. They had a cat go down this ginormous waterfall in like a box and they drowned and killed a couple of them. They also had the cat be around like this family of bears floating in that same box. And in the thing, you can hear the cat going, "Rawr!" and it's in the box, and it's like patting at the bear, and the bear's just slowly grabbing it. And apparently the bears killed like plenty of the cats, and so they just replaced the cat each time it was murdered. 1986 was a better time to be alive. Yeah. No, that's horrible.
That's a crazy segue.
But that's insane. I want to watch it. I'm gonna watch Milo and Otis tonight. Yeah.
I feel like I watched it when I was younger, but I don't have any recollection of the movie at all.
Knowing that now so many cats and dogs died in that making of that show, each scene is gonna make me think about what happened right before it, especially the bears.
Well, it's like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Zack and Cody died like 10 times. They kept replacing them.
Really?
Yeah, look it up.
How am I gonna? How do I change my body? How do I get muscular and less fat?
I'm trying to find the same thing, man.
Cool.
Because I can get the muscles. I can't lose the fat. That's because I enjoy what I eat. And I don't want to eat petite food for... Yeah.
Eat petite food. I don't realize food could be petite. What would be like a petite food item? Food item.
Petite food. A petite food item?
An eggplant? Eggplant parmesan?
No.
No.
What's a good example of petite? Like sort of like avocado toast.
Cucumber.
Like something very just gentle.
Oat milk?
Oat milk's gross. No, I would
More busty than anything.
isn't oat milk, obviously, besides it not having dairy, isn't it really bad for you? Not bad for you, but like worse for you than actual dairy.
I'm sure everything's bad for us. I think we all, are we living or are we dying? The
I feel
sun.
like that was a Pink Floyd song.
You heard about people thinking the sun is what kills us slowly? The radiation from the sun is we're nothing but we blossom, and then the sun just kills us slowly since birth. As we grow older, the radiation levels.
It makes sense.
Right?
I don't see why that wouldn't be a possibility.
That's why I wear sunscreen every day. Y'all clowned me.
But that's just industry stuff. You really think sunscreen's helping you?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sunscreen is saving me.
And who told you that?
Sunscreen corporations.
Big sunscreen.
Hey, I don't have anything. Like and subscribe. Do you have anything? Because I don't have anything else.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Scale 1 to 10, how good?
11.
Nice.
Morgue pie.
What?
What do you guys think about all the females doing that new Twitch stuff where they project the game on their butt and they have like the butt cam?
That's horrific. Like and
What is it?
What is it called?
No.
What do they call it?
Well, it's called it's like an underneath thing. It's called like pools and hot tubs. But right now, like, there's no you can get away with literally just having your knockers. Like a lot of the women are doing like the shake pads, and their cheeks are just shaking. I probably could pull something up.
On Twitch?
Yeah, and they're getting away with it because it's within the guidelines.
That's horrific.
So I was just wondering what you guys thought.
Hey guys, go work out and either go to college or start a business or find an honorable job.
Is that real?
Bro, I'll show you.
Okay. No, I don't know. That's fine.
No. It's like.
You could show me after.
Yeah, it's fine.